Oh, hey guys, I thought I would show you an app which I developed quite a long time ago, and I previously talked about it, but I thought I would kind of release it. So before we begin, what exactly is PasteKing and what can it do for you? Well, this is the program. It basically enables you to store and retrieve data very, very quickly. When you click on any of these buttons, for example, it will add this content to your clipboard, which now enables you to paste it wherever you want it to go. So for example, if you have a form to fill in and you need your full name, your phone, your email, location, etc., or whatever the information you want, you can click on a button, paste it in, click on this button, paste it in, click on that button, paste it in. So it is a sort of really cool retrieval system. It can also open websites, local folders. You can also create groups and commands which will run locally on your machine. And again, this will basically be a shortcut for your command prompt. I guess that's it in a nutshell. There's a lot of other features which I'm going to go through, such as pinning, which keeps it on top. There's a dark mode and light mode, and various other things which we're going to look at in this video. Firstly, to download this, go to dwback.com/blog/PasteKing. You can kind of read about this, and we're going to go to GitHub to download this because this is an unsigned exe file, and it costs about £100 to apparently have it sort of verified. Go to PasteKing on GitHub. The link was on my website. You're going to want to go to this little green button here, and we're going to click the down arrow, and at the bottom you can see download zip, right? This is basically going to make an entire copy of the archive here. So yeah, let's just do this and get a nice fresh copy of PasteKing main. Excellent. Firstly, we're going to cut this, put it on the desktop. So we're just going to make a new folder, PasteKing, there we go. Put it inside. We're just going to right click and we're going to go extract here. Again, you might be using a different program. But anyway, here we go. Here's a copy of PasteKing program. This is an exe file at the moment, so it's just working on Windows. In the future, I might look into cross-compatibility with Linux and possibly Mac as well. But yeah, it's Windows only at the moment, so let's open it. Windows protected your computer. Oh, great. Yeah, it's an unknown publisher because I'm not going to spend £100, basically. I might do in the future. But anyway, here we go. We've downloaded PasteKing and it is working beautifully. And there's a lot of cool stuff you can do. I have my PasteKing on the desktop here, so I literally right click here and I can just open up my copy of PasteKing. This is the default version which you're going to get when you first open the program. My details, if we go edit, for example, you can put your full name in, John Smith, accept. Now, okay, let's open Notepad. All we want to do is, if you want to copy the name, you just click this, put it in here, John Smith. There we go. Or you can edit this to be whatever you want. And there's a lot of different buttons here. If we go to website, we can go www.johnsmith.com. Excellent. Now you notice the colors changed. If we click this, it will open johnsmith.com. which I've never been to in my life before, but we've just created a sort of interactive button. Now there's local as well. So if we wanted to go to the C drive, for example, let's say, okay, I want to open up my PasteKing folder. Okay, I'm going to copy the destination here. Then I'm going to put the destination in here, click local and accept. Now when I click that, it opens up the folder you wanted. If you want to, for example, I don't know, if you've got an art folder and a music folder and you want to open them quickly, okay, you can literally just put them in here. Whatever you want to do, guys, is really up to you. This is a kind of program which has a lot of flexibility, right? And then lastly, we have a group. So now full name has become a group and we can go inside it. Okay, we had to click on the bar here. Blank line. We can now create new text, for example, called Lenny. The comment is going to be Lenny text here. Few spaces. Ha 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 ha. Excellent. Then we accept. Now, when I click on Lenny, as you can see, it kind of immediately pastes it in. If you want to go back to the previous folder, we can go back here and You can also delete folders as much as you want. So all you do to delete is you get rid of all the text and you click accept. Alternately, if you want to go to text again, the delete button will automatically clear these labels for you, and you just accept and it's gone. You can add as many as you want. It's got infinite scrolling on here. So let's look at some of the cool bits it can do. To rearrange folders, all you do is use the up arrow, and what the up arrow does is it moves whatever you click up a level. So for example, if I wanted AI prompts at the top, I would click the up arrow. Again, if I don't want it at the top, I would click my details up. And again, you can reorder. Let's say I wanted AI prompts at the bottom, I would simply elevate links and shut down. And as you guys can see, AI prompts is now at the bottom. One of the quirks of the program, unfortunately, is if you add in a folder, the folder, okay, we need to give the folder a name. There we go, group. The folder always appears at the bottom, so every other type will be above this. This is just a quirk of the program, but yeah, I thought I would let you guys know. So I can't move that up, but I can, for example, move LinkedIn URL up if I wish to, or down like that. Let's say you've got a web page open, okay, and you want to copy things into the web page. Well, you get the program up and you would click pin. Okay, now the program is pinned, and as you guys can see, I can continue using the browser. Go to Google, for example. This will remain on top until I unpin it, okay? So let's say hypothetically I wanted to pin it. I wanted to get my first name, stick it in here, enter first name. There we go. Nice and quick, it's pinned to the top. If you want to fill in a form, for example, where you've got your first name and your last name and everything else, you can literally just go through. Again, on my keyboard, I'm using Control-C and Control-V to copy and paste, but you can use like the normal copy and paste too. Let's look at the other features. So we have two modes. We have the normal mode, then we have the dark mode. And I personally quite like the dark mode. Maybe the colors are a bit like clashy, but again, if everything is dark mode on your computer, you might want to keep it as dark mode. And again, if we close the program, so let's reopen the program. As you guys can see, it will stay in dark mode. You can create as many folders as you want. Now the main page just controls folders. So in here we have AI prompts, okay, and I've got various subfolders. Personally, on my copy buddy, I just have about 6 or 7 AI prompts which I use on a regular basis. Some of the prompts I use for YouTube, some are for Sonos, so you know, whatever you want, basically all your AI prompts. Links, so you can have your websites and everything else. Projects, which again at the moment, so C drive opens, for example, but if I click on documents, right, the actual path is incorrect because it doesn't have my name here. So I think my name is Warto, W-A-R-T-O. There we go. If it doesn't work, I've added a feature where it flashes red, so it tells you basically the path isn't working and it gives you a failure. And again, we're going to go back home. Now, this is one thing which I think is pretty cool. You can have code. The code isn't anything special. So if I was going to go to CMD here, okay, and I was to enter the same code, it says that I will be logged out in 30 minutes. Or I'm going to cancel shutdown. So you can run commands in here. You can do quite a lot of stuff. Now, basically, I've just set this up with shutdown timers. So 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, 4 hours. Let's say you wanted to go for, let's cancel that, 3 hours, okay? All you'd have to do is copy this and you'd change the number to whatever number you want. So I think this is seconds. So that's mostly it. Let's get on to some other cool features. So let's say you want multiple profiles. At the moment, we're on the sort of default profile, but I'm going to click on load profile. Okay, and it's instantly gone to PasteKing data. So we can go for blank, for example. And now we have got the blank profile up. Now this has been set as the default profile, I believe. So again, if we open up PasteKing, you can see we've changed the default profile here, which is pretty cool. We can load the profile that we had before. I think it was personal. There we go. So you can have multiple profiles, or you can create a new profile if you want. So we'll call this test David. Cool. And as you can see, it will just give you a few folders for you to play around with, full name, email, whatever. It's got links to my website and stuff. So yeah, you can basically build this from scratch. There's some instructions about how to use everything. If you want to, for example, buy me a coffee, you can. There's a disclaimer down here. Basically says, use the program at your own risk, etc. With a disclaimer, like, I'm not responsible if you do anything weird with the program. Not that you really can. I mean, this is basically just normal stuff you have access to. And again, the entire program is based on standard Python libraries, so I haven't downloaded anything. This program does open websites, but it doesn't actually have any access to the internet. I'm just going to load up my other profile for now, which is the one it came with, which was personal. There we go. I can show you some of the really cool stuff in this. So, okay, we've got a README file, which has quite a lot of information inside. Path is kind of interesting. All it does, it literally contains the active profile, which it loads on startup. So in this case, it's data personal. You can manually edit this if you want to as well. Now, the data files are actually really cool. Let's load up the personal data file, which is the one it came with. And again, all of this you can edit manually, okay? And you can add boxes in manually if you want to. This is kind of written in its own language, really. So we have my details, copy text, which is the type which it's going to use. The text is first name, and then we have the string here. This contains enter first name, so we're going to go David here. Okay. And then we'll save this. Last name. We are going to use multiple lines. We're going to go, my last name is Beck. You can use multiple lines, and because it's got 3 quotes here, this is going to work absolutely fine. One of the really cool things that you can do is optional AI population prompt. Okay, now if you want to create a brand new file, right, we're going to give this a go in real time to see if it works. Basically, copy the prompt, okay, and you can read it if you want to. We're then going to go to ChatGPT. Okay, we've put the prompt into ChatGPT exactly the same. This is a brand new instance of ChatGPT. Now we are going to get my CV. So I've got the PDF version of a doc version. I also have an MD version of my CV, which is specifically tailored to large language models. And .md is actually a lot more efficient for large language models to read, which means it uses S tokens. So again, I've put in the prompt, which I've copied, and I put in my CV, and I'm just going to click enter. Large language models kind of make random outputs to a certain extent, so there's no guarantee this will work every single time. What I've just created is a brand new file. So I'm going to go back to my data, and I'm going to type in LLM test. Okay. I'm going to put the text in from ChatGPT. Okay. I'm going to close this, and I haven't edited this at all. It's literally been made by ChatGPT and my CV. Let's load up the program and see if it works. Again, it should work most of the time. So LLM test. Wow, look, it's just created everything. So if we go edit, for example, it's got my name in here, David William Beck, okay? But I can show you my website. Yeah, man, it's put my website in. That's really cool. Okay, one of the things I've noticed, which is an issue, is LinkedIn doesn't work. Every other website I've tested works, but if I click on LinkedIn, okay, it doesn't load it. So that's how you can download your free copy of Pastebin, okay? And this program, I'm telling you, like, this is one of the coolest programs I've probably ever developed. I've developed a few games and a few other programs, but yeah, if you guys want to give it a go, there's the option to buy Dave a coffee. So in terms of licensing, okay, you have full permission to use this anywhere you want. If you're working for a large company, it's kind of absolutely fine. If you need to get this cleared with anybody, that's absolutely fine as well. Everything is quite transparent. The only data is literally stored in the data file. And again, this is all readable by humans. Okay, so you can literally load it up and read it. And yeah, I guess that's basically it. Hope you found the video useful. And I apologize for the rambling video, but yeah, have a good day, guys.